my Season 7 draft analysis for WPF. My name's Sacred TD, coach of the Los Angeles Dodrios. I've never really done one of these before, so I'm just kind of gonna go into each and every mon, kind of what I'm excited about it, why I drafted it, all that kind of stuff, and then a small little game plan at the end over what I plan to do for this season. So this is Season 7. C Division for WPF. I'm really excited about this team. With the first overall pick, I got Celesteela, which is, just a great bulky Pokemon, hard to break, tough to deal with, really annoying to prep for. Also really exciting moves like Steel Roller, Steel Beam, just for big damage if I need it in a game. Just a cool mon, hard to break. The Leech Seed Protect set's always good to go to. What else? Yeah, just a cool mon, really pairs well with my second pick, Mega Gardevoir. And I love this Pokemon, absolute powerhouse to switch into. Cool new moves like Expanding Force, Mystical Fire really help this Pokemon out a ton in getting off big damage. Steel types no longer really want to switch in. Cool setup, or not really cool setup, but just setup in general. Calm Mind, it even gets, Encore, it can be run bulky, Taunt, Wish, Teleport, just cool mon, good sets. Really excited to get the chance to shine with this again. I've drafted it once and didn't really perform too well with it. Didn't have a great team to back it up, but I feel a lot better about this one. Up next we have Mamoswine, and this thing is just, again, offensive monster. Can run Stealth Rocks, has Curse, Knockoff, EQ, just Ice Shards are strong with Banded Adamant. Really cool cleaner in general, honestly, late game after getting Big Chip, forcing hazard switches and just doing damage with the rest of my team. This thing can clean up easily. Couple new moves. Body Press is really cool for curse sets. What else? I think that's really it, honestly, but very cool mon. Really excited to put it with Celesteela to Gardevoir. And then up next we have Greninja. I've never actually drafted Greninja before, but I am really excited that it helps with the fast U-turns, pivot into things like Mega Gardevoir, Celesteela, Mamoswine, even Volcarona coming up next. I love having that Volt turn core to get into some of the powerhouses that I draft around. Also gets Spikes, T-Spikes, which are again going to be huge in helping me get damage onto teams, break teams, and just make it difficult for people to get comfortable with their mons in setup. Things like Taunt really help this Pokemon, help me out. Pretty good move pool all around, like just Hydro Pumps hurt, Scalds are going to be nice to spam. Cool mon, really cool sets that it can run. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for this and the hazards it can bring. Up next we have Volcarona. I draft Volcarona pretty often, I'm not going to lie to you. This is a mon that I feel really good about and really comfortable with. It can do everything, in my opinion. I've run max Fizz-Def sets with Fiery Dance, Will-O-Wisp, just to get damage off and cripple the things that think they can switch in on it. Obviously there's the ever-threatening Quiver Dance set, or just bulky Dual Stab Roost. It's just a monster to deal with. Yeah, it's quad weak to rocks, but heavy duty boots coming out really helps this Pokemon stay healthy, do its jobs that I want it to do, like switch into fairy types or just take hits in general. It's a pretty bulky Pokemon. Roost, U-turn again if I want to run it. Cool mon. Like, there's not much to say else besides that. Everybody knows this thing's a beast. Up next is, I think, the most exciting mon in this draft, just because it's new and new to everybody. Nobody's actually gotten the chance to use this or draft this yet. Regieleki, and this thing's insane. It's got 200 base speed. It's hard walled by most ground types, but I think I'm gonna be okay in removing those with things like Mamoswine and Greninja, and even Go-Goat to some extent. Its ability gives it damage multiplier on all of 1.5 on every electric move that it uses, which is basically all it has. Its signature move, Thunder Cage, traps. It's basically just fire spin but electric, which is, I think, pretty cool. Could be useful. Also has rapid spin, screens if I want to run it. It's pretty cool. I'm excited. Its speed tier is just out of this world, and I don't think it's going to be an easy mon to deal with if you don't have a great ground type. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to use this. Hopefully it doesn't let me down, but I think Electro Balls with 200 base speed is pretty insane too. Or if we play the Coco teams, it has Rising Voltage, which is just so hard to switch into if you do not have a ground type. It just kills with Transistor, its ability, and something like a Magnet or even Choice Specs. This is a cool Pokemon. I'm really excited that we got this. Up next we have Indeedee. Indeedee I really kind of just drafted just because it kind of gives me a nice speed tier. At the time I didn't have Drapion. But it's got a nice speed tier, it's cool utility, it's got Trick. It puts up, I think one of the most exciting parts is this, is it puts up Psychic Terrain for things like Mega Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir with, in Electric Terrain, spamming Expanding Forces is going to hurt a lot of teams, and I'm so excited that we were able to get this and that it kind of fits for the team. Indeedee also has the two forms, the female being a little bit bulkier, so I think that could come in handy every once in a while. The Ghost immunity is huge. This could even run sets like Trick, Ring Target for Regieleki shenanigans. Mystical Fire helps it a ton. Expanding Force spam is just going to be fun in general. And I think this is just a cool mon. I've used it once before, and it can be a pain to switch into. I'm excited. Up next we have Drapion. And Drapion's cool because of Toxic Spikes, Taunt, and it has some pretty cool setup too if it can get into a position. Like Swords Dance Agility is always a threat. It's a really strong knockoff spammer. Is going to help a ton in just making sure, because my team doesn't love the idea of Psychic setting up, but this is going to help me ensure that they don't really get the chance to. Yeah, Taunt, Roar, knockoff spam is just really good. I think this is a pretty cool mon. I've never actually used it, but not being able to be crit or even sniper is pretty cool. It's got good coverage too. Just a good mon. I think it's going to help me break fairies too, because Celesteela usually is more defensive in my hands, but Heavy Slam still hurt. But just having another fairy killer is really nice. Moving on, we have Empoleon. Empoleon's a really cool Pokemon just because it's a consistent mon that you can bring to most matchups with Defog and Rocks. To help get that pressure, and if you don't, or if you need to remove or something, I really like using this as a consistent defogger. Scald spam, obviously really important. Toxic is nice to have on teams, reliable Toxicers, instead of just putting it on something. Just a cool mon. I don't really have a ton of experience with it, but Scald, Flash Cannon, good offensive physical coverage for if I want to run Defiant in a week. Yeah, it's Empoleon. It's just big, hard to kill, especially. Up next, we have one of my favorite picks on this draft is Go-Goat. I absolutely love this Pokemon. Its bulk is so slept on. 123 HP is pretty good. This thing is just, it's really, really hard for ground types to break, which is why I really like having this with Regieleki. Gets bulk up, gets Horn Leech, Leech Seeds, Milk Drink. Just, it's hard to break. It can be really obnoxious if under prepped for, as I've seen before. It doesn't do anything crazy special, but I think it's just a really fun Pokemon to use and try and spam moves with, or set up and sit there forever. Yeah, so that's the team. I'm really excited for this. Good offensive pressure. I feel like we have really good bulk too. Seeing as Mega Guard can be pretty bulky if you want it to be. Celesteela is just a great defensive Pokemon, hard to get through. Mamoswine can run max HP in most matchups and just exist, I've felt. Volcarona is really good bulk, and we just have a ton of offensive pressure. So I'm really excited about this team. Hopefully I can keep Hazards off my side and let my team kind of pivot and move and get into where I want it to be. I'm really excited about this season. And that being said, I also hope to have weekly live commentary for every match, but I might miss a week here or there. But I'm going to try and do my best to make sure that the live commentary is always there and it's just a little bit more enjoyable to watch. So yeah, that's about all I got until week 1 is played. Hope to see you guys there.